What's up, YouTube? I'm about to go live on the TikTok, so give me just a minute, and we're gonna get started there. Let me turn my audio down. Matter of fact, I want to send this to for later. There's a video I just ran across when I was flipping through my FIP, and I'm gonna save it for later because I have a chance to actually watch the damn thing. Fucking laptop is very dim. All right, here we go. What is up, everybody? It's your boy, the Liberal Loudmouth, and we are back again. It's always again. We're here to do the damn thing. It's Friday. Liberal Loudmouth, or as somebody else once said, Liberal Loadmouth. Somebody called me Liberal Loadmouth. Drop that log bass. What's up? T-Beans! Welcome in. Queenie, T-Beans. Good to see y'all. All right, let me go in and share my shit out to my peoples. To the peoples. Well, they're not my peoples, but they're peoples that come and join me from time to time. We are live, and it's fucking Friday, y'all. TGIF, motherfucker. Oh, I saved you, T-Beans. How's that? Oh, thanks for the heart me. Appreciate that. How did I save you? I've seen the light, and now it's time to go grab my alt. You know, I used to never share my show out, ever. I didn't start until maybe a month or two ago, I guess. Crazy. All right, let me hop my dumbass up here. There we are. Now we're live. We're ready to rock and roll. We got some finger hearts going. Y'all tap that motherfucking screen. Let's get up to 10K as quick as we can, please. Oh, T-Beans was on the wrong side of TikTok today. Uh-oh. Yeah, I had to hit restore on my TikTok because it kept crashing and shit, and then it like wiped out my whole FYP. I started getting like Spanish speaking TikTok. I don't even know what that's all about. Some of those videos are strange. the way that like the humor in like China in Mexico, I don't know. I don't get it. Although I did run across. Oh my god, this was like the funniest fucking video I'd ever seen. Matter of fact, let me pull this up. I'm gonna have to duplicate this video. I laughed so hard. Hopefully, I sent it to somebody. I can find it again. Let me see. This was part of the, I guess, I don't know whether they call it Mexitalk. I don't know. What's the name for that when you get, it's like all of your shit is like in Spanish. Let's see, where is it? Okay, now that one's funny. Dude finally got his Trump phone. So that we're probably going to be doing a lot of these videos. Where is it? I may have sent it on Discord. Let me check Discord. Anyway, I thought it was funny as fuck. I hadn't planned on playing it, so bear with me. That's not that. There it is. Okay, I found it. Here we go. This shit is wild. Hilarious. Anyway, keep tapping while I get through this shit. I finally got it pulled up here. Like, I am afraid for this dude. I don't know. It's fucking hilarious, though. Get it, boy. I fucking died when I saw that shit. I don't even know what the hell that is. Yeah, Ghostbane. Yes, my thought exactly. I'm like, but he's got this other dog. This dog that always like lick his face, and that one's really nice. But that other one just ain't having any of it. Ain't having any of it. All right, let's see. Mike Brandon. Social Security is trickle down economics. I mean, not really, but either way. So I do have a couple of videos though that we can get started. Oh, MBW, what's up? MBW, I'm gonna bring in. Let me play this video. It maybe spark some debate here. I don't know. I was a little irritated by this, but we'll see. Maybe some of you have seen this. Let me actually just refresh so we can start from the beginning.
Hey, Lib.
Oh, what?
Lib,
Yeah.
I hit the wrong button. I'm in the ER right now, so.
Oh, God. Are you okay?
Yeah, just getting the hernia. And my back is all messed up, so.
Well,
I'm watching you, but I was like, oh, crap. I hit the request button. I didn't mean to request button.
Yeah,
But
no
I'll keep
worries.
you posted.
Yeah, I'll drop
keep
you
you
down. Get well. Yeah, that sucks.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see you. Thank you.
Bye.
Well, if you pray, do your thing. That sucks. Anyway, so this video, we're gonna just get into it. Here we go.
Perfect.
She wore a suit, clothes that were. She wore a silhouette of clothes that were. I don't know that word. I don't even know how to read.
These are students at Philadelphia's Prep Charter High School.
She wore a, I don't know.
The student posting these videos, he goes by What the Vec on TikTok. He's been posting even more videos asking his classmates to now solve math problems recently.
8 times 2? I don't know. Wait, 8 times x equals 64. Does x equal 2?
It ignited a social media fire, fueling conversation online between teachers and parents who collectively agree that many black kids are graduating high school and they can't read. When you first saw that video, what was your first reaction?
I was disheartened, but not surprised.
Ariel Grant, she taught 7th and 8th grade in the Philadelphia School District for over 7 years.
I think every parent should be concerned.
She says these achievement gaps were happening way before COVID-19.
Even after COVID was over and we were inside the classroom, a lot of my students were reading on a 2nd or 3rd grade level.
What do you really think was the biggest why?
When they get home, students still need to read and reiterate the certain lessons that they learned in school to retain the information that they learned for that day.
And that is exactly what she says is happening. She couldn't encourage her students nor their parents to read even a chapter in a book at home. But she says parents shouldn't take the complete fall for what's going on inside our schools. Administrators didn't make her job easy either. Did they discourage you from failing kids?
Oh, I was told in an email that, Miss Grant, you cannot fail any student.
And why? What was the reason?
If we aren't meeting proficient or advanced, a lot of our resources are going to be pooled for the following school year.
That means that extracurriculars that are typically offered in suburban schools were in jeopardy.
Yes, this is sad, but how do we fix it?
That's why we asked Marquise Richards, a former Philly Schools English teacher who now works in higher education, helping first-generation college students get acclimated to the academic rigor of college. What is the fix?
So if parents are able to at least read to their kids at least 10 to 15 minutes a day, if we're able to integrate free-form writing in the beginning to help students kind of gain the muscle of writing again, and then honestly learn how to really engage with text. And so we should be reading a lot more books in the school year versus like these short stories or articles. All this social media post has done and this trend has done is put a mirror up to the rest of America in terms of like really where it's at. It's just annoying that they put black kids at the face of it, but the reality is that's the majority of America.
So the issue I take with this video and what they're saying is that we pay professionals to teach our children, and our children go there for the majority of their day that they're awake. And these schools, when this happens, they almost always blame the parent. You got 15 minutes at home. Really? 15 minutes at home would fix this? 15 minutes of reading at home will fix this, yet you had 8 fucking hours or so at school with degreed professionals who are trained in how to teach people, and you're still relying on 15 minutes at home. Now, the expectation should be that parents are engaging in this. Obviously, parents should be helping in some way, should be encouraging, obviously. But we're not dealing with a lot of really educated people here. You're expecting people that can't read themselves to be the ones that are the sole reason for their child not reading at home? And you get parents who, even if in dual households, both of them are working, they get home, they're fucking tired as shit, whatever, fighting over money, whatever the case is, and you're putting that on at their feet, even though you get paid to teach them. And when they're not learning how to read, and you guys are still passing them on because, well, if we don't, we ain't gonna get any money, and you're still gonna blame the fucking parent for that? I'm sorry, I disagree. That is the most asinine shit, in my opinion, ever. Like, that's why they go to schools to learn. And if they're not learning at school, then something needs to change in school. Right? Like, me personally, obviously, I help my children, but I wasn't trained to be a teacher. You know what I mean? I don't have the psychology of teaching and best practices and all of these things that you might need in order to better help a student. I don't spend 8 hours a day going over it. You know what I mean? Some people can do that, but I think it's ridiculous to try and slough off the blame for this failure onto them. The failure, in my opinion, is what they were talking about, which is not failing students. When you're just pushing them on into the next grade and you aren't like focusing and making sure that they're like learning the things they need to learn and holding them back into the grade, if you aren't willing to do that, this is the fucking result. This is the result. But we shouldn't be telling schools, if these children aren't learning, we're going to pull your funding if they aren't being progressed to the next grade. Like, the ones that struggle the most need the most resources. That's my view of it anyway. Let me get through some of these comments. Looks like T-Beans and Techno have been helping each other. That's awesome. Love to see that. T-Beans, why should our kids have to school outside of school? Right. We should be spending quality time together, not doing more school. Yeah, from what? Sun up to sundown. Like, the moment they get up, they go to school, they don't learn anything, because when they get home, now that's where they have to learn. It starts at home. Actually, no, I don't think so. I don't think that it does start at home. I think it starts at the fucking place that my property taxes go to fucking pay for. That's where it starts. Like, why am I paying you if you're like, well, we're under no obligation to actually like teach your kids anything. What do you mean? That's your job. Like, I don't know. This mentality is crazy. If somebody disagrees, I'd love to hear from you, because I don't see it like, yes, parents should do this, but as society, what are we doing? Like, oh, well, their parents just sucked. And what? So we punish the child by allowing the child to like go on without any, oh, well, you didn't learn how to read. Well, darn it. That's a you problem now. Like, what are we doing? We can do a lot better than what we're doing. Puddin' Pop says, please reveal our community gift. You can find it by tapping ... live gift. I don't know what that is. I don't have ... live gift. I'm on TikTok live studio, so I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. Let me see. Live gift? Huh. Let me Google this, because I have no idea what you're talking about. Community gift TikTok live studio. Weird. If I have anybody from my agency in here, can you explain this to me? I have no idea what you mean. Community of personalized designs for live feature. Yeah, because the stuff that I have on. Okay, let me. Okay.
Hola, bebés. Pues si no saben dónde
And
encontrar.
of course, it's in Spanish. New TikTok feature
TikTok
2026.
feature for live streams. This one is so cute. TikTok recently released this new feature for fan clubs only. So adorable. I'm going to teach you how to find it because you can only start this feature when you're live. So you'll need to pay attention. This feature is called Community Gifts. And hi, if you don't know me, my name is Kim. I'm a TikTok coach, content creator, and live host here on this app. I give you all the tips and tricks when it comes to your account being successful, learning your algorithm, analytics, posting content, going live.
Okay, lady,
all
get
the
to
things
it. I get it.
To bring that the 3 little dots in the bottom right-hand corner. It will pull up this screen, and you're going to click onto live.
Okay, live gifts. See, I don't have that. But I'm gonna go to live goal and see if that pops up. Because see, what the creators that use their phone, what they see is not what I see. Maybe under fan club. Let me see. Forgive me. I'm going to try to figure this out because I have no idea. I have no idea what that is. You know what? Let me log out of my alt real quick and go into my main and see if I see something. You know, on my end, on my main. Let's see. Okay. Well, see, we'll just figure this shit out live. And Puddin' Pop, thank you for bringing it up because I don't know. Well, it's not letting me go to my live. Oh, there we go. Let me click on gifts. No. Send gifts to Liberal Loudmouth Fan Club. No. Interactive exclusive. No, I don't see it. Yeah, it just shows me what I would see whenever I go into anybody's thing. I have an icon in my view showing a rose, and it says, well, that's just, I don't think that's what Puddin' Pop is talking about. I think Puddin' Pop, I think it's some community gift. Let me finish this video and we'll see.
Gifts. Once that screen pops up, you'll see at the very top it says Community Gifts set as live goal. You click there. Once you click on there, it'll give you a few options to choose from, but once you choose one, you just click confirm, set as gift goal.
Oh, you know what? Let me go into my like my fan club zone on my phone. Let me see if that shows me something. Let's see. Grow your fan club, tools and resources. Oh, I see. Okay. So I see community gift right there. Okay. So let's click that and let's see. Skip to reveal gift. Okay. Contents above are derived from your public activity data. It's still buffering, so bear with me. This is what I'm seeing. I don't know what this is. Maybe I have to skip to reveal. I feel like it's supposed to do something here. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. I didn't know I was going to. Oh, your community gift. The unique gift is by 95 Club. Okay, so this is what we're seeing here. You share it loud just so y'all can see what's going on here. Oh, that's cool. Oh, neat. Select gift. Okay, set gift name. I think loud is appropriate. What do you think? You guys like that? Let's see. That's what it says. Of an icon in my view. Yeah, that's just the regular gift. Maybe I do. Yeah, I like it. All right, confirm. Loud will be your community gift. You'll still have one chance to change it after confirming. Well, let me I don't know. It doesn't show me any other options, so I'm not sure. God, I feel like me teaching my mom how to plug in her fucking computer or something right now. Tell us how we can. Okay, so there it is. Community gift is there. Okay, so I can change. Okay, sweet. I think it's there. So do you guys now see a community gift or a different gift or something? It's like a red heart with my avatar. Sweet. All right. Well, let me see if I can actually set that as a new gift. Let me see if that shows up. I don't know, because it appears to be like one coin. So there's a rose. I don't think it'll show up in here, honestly. But you might be able to select it from. It'd be cool though if it like popped something up on the screen instead of just like a regular gift. Please reveal our community gift. You can find it by tapping. That's funny. Okay. Well, now let me go into my live and see if I can find it in the gifts. Let's see. Send to join community. Remind Liberal Loudmouth to reveal your community gift. Well, I already did that. Confirm. Oh, set as gift goal. There we go. What? Okay. Set as gift goal. Here we go. Let's see. I think I'm almost there, y'all. I think I've fingered it out here. Maybe. Yeah, see, I don't even see it in. I don't see it in there. That's so weird. I wonder if my agent has like posted about this. I don't know shit about it. I don't know shit about it. But I mean, that seems kind of cool that every community has its own like gift, you know, like a community gift. That's pretty neat. Yeah, it's just doing the heart me, so I don't know. I said set as gift goal, but then it puts up a heart me. I don't know. I think we've got it though. Check now. Do you guys see a community gift in there anywhere? I couldn't find it. But this is what it looks like on my end. Community gift inspired by all, uniquely us, loud, one coin, and set as gift goal. But when I do that, you'll see it pops up the heart me. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe it'll come up on next live. Maybe I have to like restart or something. Either way. Lindsay, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate that. Okay, so back to the reading deal. I don't really like that, and I see a lot of teachers do that. I don't know if that's like human nature to like complain about the parents and not wanting to like take accountability for themselves and what they do. And it may not even be their fault because they may have too much shit going on. And they don't have time to do all the things that they should be able to do because we don't actually do much for education in this country, like especially in red states. Now, in Mississippi, one of the things like 10 years ago or so, maybe been 12 years now, one of the things that they did to go from dead last in education to now we're over, you know, I think we're in the 16th slot for education in this state. One of the things was holding kids back. That was one of the things they did that required that they be able to read at a certain level, and they started it early. And so I think it was like third grade. Like if you couldn't read at a third grade reading level, you were going to get held back. And so this actually pushed the schools to do better. You know what I mean? Because if they know they can just pass them anyway, where's the incentive? Where's the, disincentive aside from, if we, whatever. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Laura said parents need to discipline better at home. I can see that as a reasonable expectation. When I was going up, you were disturbing the class. You sat outside the class. Yeah, I mean, to Techno's point, Laura said, I don't know who Laura is, parents need to discipline better at home. I mean, I don't know that that's the reason, you know? Shitty home life is certainly something that causes students to not be able to do well, certainly. But schools know that this happens. We as society knows this happens. And so to mitigate that, you know, the disaster that can become a child who is in a broken home, for example, we have to do something about it as a community. You know, I don't know, maybe we start gelling parents if their kids can't read. Is that what you do? I don't know. We can't expect everybody to do everything all the time, you know. There's a lot of these parents, they're not able to read either. It's like, I know you can't read, Mr. Smith, but we're going to need you to teach your kid how to read after they've been at our school for 8 hours. You're going to need to teach them how to read because that's not our job. That don't make any sense. Now, in school detention, that shit is triggering to me. I think you guys have probably heard the story. I spent almost a year in school suspension, not even just in this fucking concrete pillar box, looked like a goddamn prison cell. They put a fucking cubicle all around me. I had to sit up at the front of the desk looking at the class, but they put the cubicle in front of me, so I had this little bitty space between me and the brick wall behind me. Couldn't see anything, couldn't interact with anybody, and that was for almost an entire year. And I got to say, it was torturous. It was absolutely torturous. We should never. I cannot stand in school suspension. That shit is triggering to me. It really is torture, though. Now, moving on from that, if nobody's coming up, nobody wants to engage in that conversation, I'll move on to the next video that I have. Well, if my TikTok will, because I'm about to step out real quick, but this other video, I'm sure you've seen this person, James Charles. James Charles is a jackass. James Charles has gotten away with this for like a long time now, and the most recent backlash is that James Charles said something shitty to somebody. Surprise, surprise, James Charles always says something shitty to everybody. Like, this person thinks they are the greatest thing that ever walked the earth, and that's like the entitlement, and then they will apologize, and then a year later do and say another really shitty thing, and then I am sorry. And so we're going to go through the debacle that is James Charles. This person has become famous back in, like, when they were, I guess, 16. I think they were still in high school. I think it was from their yearbook, actually. The makeup that, you know, that this person wore was immaculate. And so it blew up, and then James Charles, you know, became famous from that. That's what T-Beans, yeah. So let's just listen to what this fucker had to say. I mean, surprise, surprise, you know.
All that said, good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job.
Oh, real quick, Puddin' Pop, thank you for the louds. Okay, so it is working. That's cool. I appreciate you, Puddin' Pop, for bringing that up. I had no clue, and I appreciate it. Anyway, so this person sent James Charles a message asking for help because they lost their American Airlines job, and this is James Charles.
Here's a GoFundMe link. Any donations help.
Fucker.
I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you?
Ugh.
Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled. And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm going to send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God. Welcome to the real world, sweet. I just got a DM on here from a girl that said,
okay.
Good morning, James.
So that was, I mean, the audacity of this person. Like, you didn't have to respond to this DM. Right? Even if these are inside thoughts, you know? These are inside thoughts. It's like it's bad enough to lose your job under those circumstances. It's worse to have somebody who probably you looked up to some degree and thought was a good person do a fucking video about it. Anyway, let's go to the next one here.
People lose their jobs every day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I help you? Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe? I can at least 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off. Okay, I'm not the one. Go find Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally going to be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's going to be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies. Go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not helping you. All you did was lost your job. Okay? Welcome to the real world. I can at least understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my heart.
Oh my God. This person. Welcome to the real world. James Charles has never really lived in the real world. From 16, this person blew up. Total luck. James Charles is where James Charles is because of absolute luck. Not because of what James Charles did. It wasn't trying this. This total luck. And so for this person to criticize a person in this way is just so gross. And of course, people started doing videos about this shitting on James Charles, rightly so. Thank you, Brianna. I appreciate it. And for everybody that's gifting, thank you so much. I think I've missed you. Pudding Pop, thank you. I appreciate that. Techno Pagan also. I appreciate it. Anyway, so people started trashing James Charles, because James Charles is influencer, and that's the whole thing that this person is known for. And so the reputation is very, very important to this person. And so once that started becoming threatened, then the story started changing, and we're about to get to that.
My support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. You lost your job? Oh. What are we going to do? Nothing. I'm going to do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace.
I can't.
This video was...
So after getting trashed and dragged online, James Charles comes out with this next video.
Stupid. It was rude, it was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely unnecessary. When I saw that DM, I absolutely had the choice to ignore it and say absolutely nothing at all and move on with my day. But instead, I couldn't even tell you why. Her message just triggered me, and I decided instead to make a video about it. And I bashed her, and it was obnoxious, and I shamed her for asking for help in a situation where she was clearly really struggling, and this could have been her absolute last resort.
This bitch doesn't mean a fucking sentence of what they're saying. Not in the least bit. And the saddest part is that people are, oh, James Charles is taking accountability for his actions. That's what they're going to say, and that they'll just go back to loving him and send fucking millions of followers and getting paid for bullshit, for doing nothing, for being a dickhead. None of this, you can just see it in this person's eyes. They don't care. They don't care at all. This is, I've got to do it because now my job is being threatened. Like, bitch, you didn't give a shit when somebody else's job was lost. Now that your shit's getting threatened, now you want to... it's just irritating.
I have no idea what was going on in her life, and I should have never assumed that she was just copying and pasting this DM as an easy way out. I don't know. I just don't know.
I don't know.
My intention behind making this video in the first place was I get a lot of messages like this every single day. And for me personally, it definitely sucks to receive messages from people that don't follow you and don't support you, treating you like...
Listen, this person doesn't follow me and didn't support me. And it triggered me that you were asking for my help, but you didn't do anything for me. Transactional. This is like the gay version of Donald Trump. Like what?
Our personal ATM or bank account. But what I'm sure sucks even more is not knowing this video was stupid. It was rude, it was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely unnecessary. When I saw that DM, I absolutely had the choice. I think
it's repeating. Let me go to the next one.
Where your next paycheck is coming from, and not being sure whether or not you're going to be able to put food on the table for yourself and your family. So it really doesn't matter what my intentions were behind making the video, because it came across as super privilege and like I was basically shaming anybody that's unemployed for not trying hard enough to get a job. And I feel awful because that wasn't my intention, and
I feel awful. No, you do not. You feel awful because you lost followers. Which is the only reason that anybody knows who the fuck you are. Had you not looked into this, James Charles, you would be like the rest of us. There is not a goddamn thing special about you, James. There ain't a goddamn thing special about me either. These people don't understand this. They I don't know, the audacity of this person. It's just
really hurt a lot.
Very
of people,
punchable face.
And I know that it's not that easy. I know
Good
that
morning,
the job
Rora.
market sucks right now. I have friends that are looking for jobs. I have my own employees that I try my best to take care of. And I've heard so many horror stories online of companies ghosting people, recruiters wasting everybody's time, people applying for job after job and not hearing back for 6 months, a year, 2 years. I know.
And James knows this and yet still proceeds to not just record the goddamn video, but post it. It's like, I know all of these things are true, and I'm going to post it anyway because I'm an asshole. And then I'll just, if something happens, I'll just apologize for it later. And then it's like Christians going to church after they treat everybody like shit, don't do anything Christ-like, all week long, and then they're, please, Lord, forgive me for all the children that I raped this week. I'm still going to heaven. Ooh.
Exactly. No accountability whatsoever.
None.
And that's the thing, host, if you don't mind me just jumping in real quick.
No, sure, go ahead. You're the first guest on the show today, Hassan, and welcome aboard. It's good to have you.
Thank you. Always good to be here, man. Yep. I love your lives. But to that point, to this guy's videos, the thing is, today the influencers and the social media platforms, when you have an audience, when you based on your content, people like you and then they follow you, they watch your videos. This is a responsibility also. With the bigger audience you have, the more you should make a first draft, a second draft, a third draft. Make sure you cover like all angles and because we're living in a snowflake era where everybody's sensitive and everybody gets offended by anything, right? So you must understand, like, if you have the power to influence people, then you're gonna face criticism no matter what. And that is why you need to make sure to address things in a correct manner, in the right appropriate tone and attitude. That's why everybody criticizes Trump today, because he comes up on True Social and he says, we're gonna take these people before the Stone Ages and stuff like that. Like, what politician or representative?
I gotta say, I actually would rather somebody not have to like proofread and do all this stuff, because then they reveal who they truly are, and that's a good thing for people.
Yes, exactly.
Because James Charles is just a piece of shit.
Yep. So if you're not smart enough,
right.
if you're not smart enough to like think about what you're gonna say, then you're definitely gonna expose yourself. Then that platform will be used against you, not for you.
Yeah, but sadly, people are going to be like, oh, he apologized. It's all good. Everything's fine. But James has done this over and over and over again. Live restricted for harassment and bullying. I just got my live restricted.
Oh my God.
For 10 minutes. Harassment and bullying. What the fuck? I don't. So we are talking about somebody who has been harassing and bullying people.
Yet you face the accountability host.
That's right.
That's insane, man.
That is absolute. Whatever. This world is fucked.
When a true American is trying to shed light and then make the American people pay attention to somebody who has an audience, who's an influencer, who's talking all this bullshit, and then we will be the ones who are labeled the traitors, right? Like when Joe Kent comes out and say, I'm not for this, I'm against this. You're a traitor. You're anti-America. You're not patriotic. This is exactly what's happening here, Ho.
Yeah, remove liberal loudmouth. I've got to remove my own alt.
Oh my God.
Let me say on my main that James Charles is a piece of shit. Okay? And it's amazing that I say that and get like harassment and bullying violation, and yet somebody is allowed to go around and say this over and over and over and over again, and nothing happens. Whatever. But look, James Charles is, everything's going to work out for James Charles, because that's how fucking society has got to correct itself. Society has to fix itself. Society is broken. I really believe that. I think because they're just, he'll lose some followers. They'll eventually go back for whatever reason. I don't know why we even hold people like this up as somebody to admire or be inspired by. I don't get it. I don't get it. They've got the right qualities. Oh, qualifiers. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Hassan, what's the hope, do you think, for society here? Like
American society?
American society, I guess I should say, because I can't speak for everybody else.
Honestly, my hope is in the new generation, bro. The youth, the young ones. I have a lot of hope in them. I have, that's where my money would go, because I've seen what they believe in, what their mentality is in the encampments, for example, in the Ivy League universities. I believe those are the future of America. Those kids who did not see color, race, or religion stood up and camped in those campuses and tried to use their voices and their freedoms that the country have given them and the Constitution have given them. And they were met with we all have seen it. They were arrested. They were facing deportation. They were facing their diplomas being taken away from them. And so, yeah, the society here, to be honest with you, we need to go back to family orientation. We need to stick together and stop this individualistic culture that transactional thing that you talked about, for example, with that guy, James, right? Like, You shouldn't be expecting these people to follow you and like your videos for you to hear them out. Why? That's the same thing when we talk about America and people coming in out of the United States and trying to be American citizens. We say, no, they don't. What gives them the right to come here and take out and do this and do that? Man,
entitlement.
The same as you. Yeah.
What I can say is the person that sent that DM to James can now hopefully sees the light. These people that I look up to that have all this influence and shit don't give a goddamn about me or anything else. They just don't care. So now that person who sent that out, probably as innocently as possible, like trying to figure out doing anything to figure it out, now knows. Okay, they, Oh, you didn't follow me. You didn't like me. This is the first time you've ever DM'd me. You haven't even liked my show.
Put that on a bigger scale. Let's talk. If this guy, just by being an influencer and having a few thousand followers, he now have this audacity and this attitude for the lust of power and love and all that. Now Trump is exactly the same. This guy is not different from Trump, because Trump is like, oh, you didn't vote for me, oh, you're a blue, oh, blah blah.
Thank you, rah rah.
You know, when they're American citizens practicing their right by not voting for you, you know, or when somebody that voted for him stands up and say, you know what, I made a mistake, I shouldn't have voted for Trump, he showed his true colors and he was a liar. And then this guy, by saying that, he gets canceled, he gets labeled as a traitor, he gets he loses his job, etc., etc. This is the reality we live in, man. Disgusting.
Yep. And a serious lack of accountability, which, this is something that my stalker talks about a lot, wanting, me to be accountable. I mean, for nothing, but themselves have never probably ever been held accountable. Too many people go through life and just nothing ever bad happens to them. And so they just, I don't know what it is, but they justify it, like the school, for example, the accountability issue. The schools won't hold themselves to account for their own failures. And that's a problem, Like, look, we all have a part to play in this, as a parent. Sure, the parents has got a role, but the fucking school has an outsized role, and yet they just can't come out and say, yeah, we fucked up. We dropped the ball on this. We don't hear that enough from people in a genuine way.
Yeah, exactly. When the parent, for example, the parent will admit they've done wrong, and just admitting that you've done wrong and trying to do better in the future, that is enough. Like, that's it. That's all we ask. But now they like all this immunity and them being above the law and never facing accountability, it had fueled them and it had enabled them to not even give us excuses today, man. Like the moral excuses, lies or no lies, at least they used to put effort to give us a moral excuse earlier in the day. Now, no need for that. Why should we? Because khalas, like we've already seen that nobody have the balls to stand up and say, hey, what are you doing? This is not right. Nobody would ever have that.
Well, and this accountability actually is a good segue into this next video. I just, right before I went live, did a video about this, and this one really, really pisses me off. But I've said this before. Whenever I was dealing with the school system and I had to sue them, the lack of willingness to just be even remotely accountable for what they do. It is the same that we see in police departments. They just won't hold themselves accountable. It's like a power structure that, in order to continue existing, has to just protect itself no matter what. Like somebody who's guilty, don't ever admit that you're guilty, right? This is what we say. This is what these power structures do. So I'm gonna play this video and we'll go over this. The woman that you're gonna see here, I'm not sure what her age is, but her name is Talon. It's a black girl. You'll see her kind of in the corner when it comes to that. Just watch this video. Sadly, the audio, you know what? I may actually have the audio version. Because I downloaded it and make sure. Yeah, here we go. Let me play this one instead. All right, here we go. Now, right there. Did you see that? It was real quick. Now, watch this. Now, back it up. Just real slow here. This, what appears to me to be a white lady, walks up and sucker punches her. You see that? Just out of nowhere. Here we go. Let's watch it again. She's just walking along. Whack. Gets punched in the face. Now, this cop was standing right there. The cop saw it, saw everything. He was literally watched that white lady walk up and smack her right in the face. But watch what this other white lady does. the white cop. And did you see what the white cop did? Started bashing her in the head. The lady that was assaulted, the cop jumps on and starts beating her in the head. Now, the police are claiming, well, this is protocol because it's a fight and they don't know what's going on. And so they just have to break up this fight. Right? And this is part of their process or procedures or whatever to just beat the fuck out of somebody because they won't let go.
And by the way, that white girl who sucker punched was part of the fight. I mean, if anything, she was the one who is causing this chaos.
Well, she's the one that started it. Out of nowhere, just punches her in the face. And then, imagine, though, like, somebody punches you in the face, and because a cop is so close, you aren't allowed to get that person back. That would piss me off. Like, at least let me get one good blow in on them. But no. Now you're getting your head bashed in. And not only that, but then, like, here, we'll watch. They picked the white lady up, right, and walked her real easy over to the cop car, right? But not the black girl. Watch what they do to her. You see his knees in her back, smashing her into the fucking pavement.
That's the procedure that the police are talking about. Yeah, the same procedure they did on Floyd.
Oh, Bunny. Bunny, did you just become a super fan? That's what it says. Thank you, Bunny. Yeah, so I'm about to bring up, because they released the other body cam footage. I think I still have that open. Yeah, it shows 4 quadrants basically of this police deal. The audio is a little fucked up, but in the top right, I think it's the top right or bottom left, I don't remember. Here, let's watch this shit. Oh, might help if I push play. So we'll go through this here. So yeah, bottom left, you see it right here is where you can see the punch happen. This is the view of the cop right here, this bottom left part. This is what that white cop saw. He literally watched that white lady walk up. And who does he grab? He grabs her. You hear the white lady, "Get that bitch the fuck up off me," is what she said. She would later claim that she was attacked first by Talon. I think it's Talon or Talon. I don't know. Talon. So she just flat out goes right into fucking lying about it. Like, lady, the guy was standing right there, but watch how they walk her over to the cop car. See? Bottom left. So that's how she's treated right here. Real pretty gentle, you know. But no. The black girl, she's got to get a knee in her neck. Gets her head smashed into the pavement. And the police's response was, well, they're just breaking up a fight. They couldn't have known who it was that was fighting or who the aggressor was. And I'm like, your officer probably thought, and this is my opinion, that because they saw a black lady and a white lady fighting, their immediate assumption was the black lady started it. And the black lady was the aggressor. The black lady wouldn't let go, so I had to punch her in the face. The police department will take no accountability. The officer's not going to get in trouble, even if they get sued, which they should get sued for doing that. They won't have to pay for anything at all anyway.
No real consequences whatsoever.
Nothing. And so they face no accountability, just like James Charles isn't going to face any accountability, just like the fucking public schools don't face any accountability when they fail, or even, rapists from the Epstein files. See a lot of accountability going on there. So how do you force accountability? How do you do that? How do you go from what we've got now to something else?
The citizens should demand it and stand on it, and really not let that pass, because and that's the thing, host, when we talk about accountability, Trump supporters will come and tell you, well, hey, Joe Biden never faced accountability, Obama never faced accountability, why should it be Trump today that faces accountability? And right. This is exactly what that's a stupid arguing point, because if we were to use that logic, then nobody will ever face accountability, because if you're going to keep pointing at the criminal that did that crime before you, that got away, and using that as an excuse for you to get away, then are we really a democratic nation? Are we really the superpower of the world who claims of that to have all these liberties and freedoms? No, we're not, man.
No, our country won't hold itself accountable. And then when Obama said things that were largely true, Republicans are, he went on an apology tour. They're making the reputation of the you remember that
apologized.
Shit? Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Announcing to people that you acknowledge that you've done wrong things in the past.
That's the most moral thing you can do, in my eyes.
Yeah.
That's big. And try, just by admitting that, then you acknowledge it, then you accept it, then we're on the same page, and then we can move forward. But when you have 60% of the nation that's saying we're against what's happening in Iran, when your head of counterterrorism is saying I resigned because of what's happening in Iran, and then we have leaks from the Washington Post and New York.
Thank you, Jesse.
And the what's it called, the other media outlet, the New York
Times Post,
New York Times, yes, and the Washington Post and New York Times both have issued multiple reports of government officials in the White House leaking information about how there is no strategy about how to move forward with Iran. There is no plan, and the intelligence that we're receiving is wrong. The channels that the intelligence is going through is very vulnerable. It's being manipulated, and there's foreign influence. Sorry, did you want to say something?
No.
Yeah,
no, I was just listening.
But yeah, so with all that being said, then the White House in itself, with its government officials, they're not on the same page. Not even talking about the 300 million Americans, but in the White House itself, they're totally lost. So it's very fair for the American people to stand up and point the fingers at those representatives that they elected, because they're the ones who should be held responsible. It's not the voters. So the voters who voted for Trump, yeah, there is some kind of responsibility there, but at the end of the day, did they commit anything illegal? Did they do anything that is not in their rights? They exercised their rights by voting, and they made the wrong decision. They voted for the wrong person. They can admit that. But the person who lied, that happened to be on the seat right now, this person is the one that all of America should point the finger at and be like, hey, where are you going? We need to do something about this. In the last 4 years, host, the United Kingdom have changed more than four or more prime ministers. Right? I'm not saying that what they're doing is right or wrong, but I'm just saying that
they're pieces of shit too.
Yeah, but at least the people of the United Kingdom feel some kind of power. They don't feel powerless like we do. One of the presidents that served in the last 4 years served only for 47 or 48 days. And then they were sick of him. They took him away. They put somebody else. Right?
Yeah, I remember was it South Korea where he was going to declare martial law? I remember that. And they fucking ripped that sumbitch right out of there. Damn, that was quick.
We have to wait 4 years to go ahead and vote again.
Right.
And if God forbids the same thing happens again, then wait 4 more years.
Being able to recall is the downside is that if you have shitty people that are better able to message like we are dealing with now, like with MAGA, they're very good at messaging, they're very good at getting people upset or whatever. If they just don't like somebody who's doing something good, they'd be able to easily get them out. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword in that way. So far it's been okay, but of course Donald Trump really is, without doing it, he's holding us accountable because he's showing everybody all the fucked up shit that we do. You know what I mean? Like the first part of dealing with something is to acknowledge that it was done in the first place. And here comes Trump. He's like, look how big of a piece of shit we are. Of course, he's coming at it like, this is what makes us great. And everybody else is like, the fuck is wrong with you?
He's reaffirming that scary ideology of might is right. And so in the eyes of the world, we're being viewed as a monster in the eyes of the world, 100%. If anybody viewed us not in that way, now after what Trump has done, everybody has the legit reasons to think of us like in that sense, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now, this may be why I enjoy like instant karma videos. You ever watch instant karma videos? Those are some of the most satisfying videos I've ever seen.
Accountability at its finest, huh?
Right, like immediate accountability. So there was one I came across. It's kind of just a mixed bag, really, but some of them I thought were hilarious. So since we're on the subject of accountability, maybe this plays into that. So let's take a look here. Look at this lady. She's I'm sorry. Okay. Do not hit people, okay? Can we all agree if you're hitting somebody, don't cry when they hit you back?
100%.
Man or woman, I mean, let's just not do this, you know? And of course, I already know what she's got. Why did you do this? Anyway.
Host, the funny thing is, most of these people, they get warned before they get hit, right? They don't touch me, I will drop you down, yet they do it. So don't cry when the consequences that you were warned for happen. Same thing with America's government, by the way, because when you preemptively attack somebody, that's exactly the same thing, isn't it?
Yep, it's the exact same thing. That's right. Here we go. Here, let me rewind again.
Whoa, lady. Hey, lady, you're crazy. Lady. Fucking move, bitch. Fucking no, you can't hit me. Yeah,
I mean,
hit me. I got you on camera hitting me.
Now, for the record, it's not just dudes hitting back at women, for the record, in case somebody said, oh my God, he's a misogynist, look at it. It's just a compilation. Calm down, y'all. Now, this one's kind of funny. It's like, nope, ain't doing that. And it's, now that ain't right.
Oh, I got it, you dumb bitch. I don't care either. Call me a dumb bitch. Yes? Your husband. There's nothing wrong with him. He's gonna hit you.
Oh, I love this one.
Playing a game of whack fuck here. Whack.
Karma, man.
Oh my God, I could literally sit there and watch these videos all day long because you're missing so much justice in the world that these become like relieving and cathartic, because it's like Epstein's Island, raping all these children, not a single person goes to jail. Instant karma videos make you feel like there's a little justice in the world because we don't see it a lot. Dre, I had accepted your request. I don't know what happened to you, but you're welcome to come back if you want. Anyway, what do you think, Hassan?
I know, absolutely, man. This is the thing. And you know what's funny, bro? Like, the fact that the 1% who already have the billions and the trillions and who already have the powerful positions, they're the ones who, when something wrong happens to them, accountability is served, justice is served. They take all everything that was taken away from them, and they're loud about it, and yes, look at us, we are victims and this and that. When the rest of the world tries to claim or ask for justice, they label them as theists, they label them as traitors. This is such a huge double standard. It's insane.
Yep. Now, I haven't seen this next video yet, but, you know, since we're dealing with situations where accountability isn't really being had, maybe we can kind of level it out by watching the world itself. Just karma is a thing. Fuck around and find out type deal. So let's see how good this one is. What the fuck is that? She didn't even last for it. That cop was like, we ain't doing this today, lady. Oh. What the hell? What was she doing?
Nothing beats the Jet2 holiday.
Oh, God.
And right now, you can save £50 per person.
How is that?
I got them brownie powder milkshakes. Oh, no, we got an Oreo. Ew, no.
What's wrong? You just smell so bad. Yeah. Is that why you have the mask on? I mean, it's definitely helping. It's helping, right? So that might be your own breath that you're smelling.
Oh, that last one. That's pretty good. I was thinking that too. She's talking about the way somebody smells. I'm like, you got a mask on? You fucking, at least if you had COVID, you didn't have to smell a bunch of shit. Anyway, so like, what are you? Because it's fucking Friday. You can talk about whatever you'd like today. I was just kind of rolling through some of these videos that I'd run across. What's on your mind, Hassan, that you'd like to get off your chest or bitch about or whatever? And that goes for everybody in the comments too.
I mean, honestly, like not much. It's a slow day for me today. I work the night shift, so I'm chilling right now. I start my shift at 11 p.m. But yeah, to be honest with you, like we are earning for justice, and like the way I feel, taken advantage of, you know, robbed, not being able to really like express my voice or my opinion, and if I do, I get labeled as a this and that, and you know, we gotta watch our backs. Like every day, wherever I go, I have to look around me, and I have to be aware and conscious of you know, because Islamophobia is real, and you know, American Muslims have been going through these kinds of like, you know, attacks and crimes.
My whole life, I've seen propaganda try to convince me that, you know, Muslims are bad and they're terrorists, etc. It's really gross.
Yeah, and the cherry on top is when we see the BDS laws being passed, and we see you know, the law and the Constitution working for the very small minority of the American Jays, and when there's over a couple of million American Muslims who have been facing exactly the same thing, if not worse, and nobody acknowledged them, right? And then in those 3 years alone, more than 30 states have passed several laws and bills to protect that minority that claims to be the victim and always claimed to be the victim. So this is what really, really pisses me off, is that at the same time we are being denied our rights and our freedoms and our protection, the other side is being, there's an abundance of protection, abundance of laws to protect them. In fact, they are law and above the law in some cases, right? Especially the Israeli citizens, Israeli American citizens, right? We have seen
that's the worst of the worst. The Israeli citizens, like, no accountability ever for any fucking thing.
No, they laugh it off, and they just dust their shoulder off, and they keep moving. And if America can't you know, protect them, then Israel will. Like the Vegas guy who was charged with the PDF case and the charges, expedited to America, to Israel, just a few days later, and protected by Israel, and he will never come to court here and face his charges. And I bet you the government won't pursue or try to get him back to face accountability. Of course not.
Yeah, and speaking of that, do you know anything about the Murdoch trial? Like, all I know is that I guess he had murdered wife or something, and the Supreme Court of the state overturned the conviction because of, I guess, jury tampering, they're claiming. Do you know anything about that? Because people in the comments are wanting to talk about it, but I don't know enough about it to really speak on it.
Me neither, to be honest. I'm not well educated on that one. But if anybody wants to come up and share, I don't know if you want to bring somebody to talk about this. I want to hear more about that.
Followed it closely enough. I just kind of know superficial stuff. But if somebody is in there and wants to talk about it, you're welcome to come up. I need my cricket sound effect.
Yeah. Is this because of the restriction, probably?
No. Every now and then. A lot of my people that watch every day, they're at work, so they can't come up. And, it's... Oh, I'm going to have to take this call. I'll be right back, Hassan.
You could take your time, man.
Okay, fucking spam. Anyway, I'm coming back. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and shut it down, guys. I appreciate everybody. It is what it is. It's fucking Friday, so I didn't have anything set up. No real stories or anything. The world still sucks. Everything sucks. Trump is still in office. We're still unaliving people unnecessarily. We're taking countries. We're colonizing. That's what we do. That's still going on. But today was about, people... shit that people wanted to bring up, but if nobody is around, then I'll just shut it down and we'll come back next week. But we'll see you guys on Monday for sure for the man panel, and be there 9 a.m. Central. Take it easy, guys. Peace.